Greetings, international press and media. We will give a brief explanation of the program for the Peace Summit in two parts. We will first describe our organization and its representative at the first part. At the second part, we will explain about the programs of the Peace Summit. 1. Concept and purpose of the WARP Summit. 2. Pre-event. 3. Day 1, the world as one. 4. Day 2, the Alliance of Religions. 5. Day 3, the United Message of Peace. Now we will start Part 1. The chairman Man Hee-lee served as a soldier in the Korean War. Having fought on the front lines of some of the most terrible battles and having lost many of his comrades, he decided to dedicate his life to peace so that other young people around the world would not have to sacrifice their lives. With his determination to create a world without wars, he has established HWPL, Heavenly Culture, World Peace, and Restoration of Light. The peace organization serves to unite humanity through an attitude of love and tolerance. It is a culture that, like the rain, light, and air from heaven, gives life to all. Its philosophy centers on the concept of a heavenly culture. It is an international organization comprised of over 70 branches locally in South Korea, with an international presence in over 100 countries, and it is registered under the Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In order to make world peace a reality, Mr. Lee is currently calling upon the heads of states and community leaders of the world to jointly draft an internationally applicable law that will bring all wars to an end, allowing peace to take root and flourish upon the earth. To this end, he has traveled the world 13 times, engaging various leaders in conversations and hosting world peace seminars to turn the hearts and minds of all peoples towards peace. In January of this year, during his 8th peace tour visit to the Philippines, he brought peace to the Mindanao Island by mediating a peace conference between Catholic and Muslim representatives. The Archbishop and the Muslim representative signed an agreement to bring an end to the 40-year conflict in the region. This agreement was written and the process was brokered by Mr. Man Hee-lee. Under HWPL, there are two subsidiary organizations promoting peace: IPYG, International Peace Youth Group, and IWPG, International Women's Peace Group. Through collaborative projects and volunteer activities, young people and mothers are gathering to bring an end to wars and produce world peace. The IPYG Walk for World Peace, a walkathon type project, has spread across the world and has gathered the attention of the international press and media. Recently, during Mr. Lee's visit to the Philippines on his 13th world tour, a peace walk was held in Zamboanga, a region that suffers much affliction due to religious conflict. Around 12,000 participants were present, including governors and religious leaders from the Philippines. Mr. Lee's diligent work for peace has shined its light during his 13th World Tour visit to China. He conveyed the message of peace at the Beijing Great Hall, emphasizing the signing of an international law to end wars and bring peace to the Korean Peninsula and to the world. After his speech, he was granted the World Peace Messenger Award from the foreigner Chinese CPPCC, Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Vice Chairman. This surprised many people, as it is uncommon for someone to spread this type of message in China, where a religious approach is strictly restricted. Recently, Pope Francis visited Korea to convey the message of peace in Korea and to the world. However, if we do not act for peace, it will only remain a dream, and we will have to continuously pass down a world with tragedy, conspiracy, and wars to future generations. Peace organizations like us are creating this movement of peace, which is an important change in the world, and it is the duty of reporters to let the world know about this moment. Following the introduction of HWPL and Mr. Lee, we will move on to Part 2, WARP Summit and its objectives and purposes. What does WARP stand for? WARP stands for the World Alliance of Religions Peace Summit. It is an extension of peace activities of Mr. Lee and HWPL, and its subsidiaries with the heads of states and community leaders who Mr. Lee encountered during his peace tours. Its purpose is agreeing to a practical solution for world peace with the former and current presidents of the world and becoming one to cease wars by signing an interfaith peace agreement with religious leaders, youth, and women's international groups. The objective of the summit is to create a world of peace and to pass on a world without war to the future generations. I would like to show you a video to demonstrate the reason why this meeting is necessary. Please pay attention to the video that will be shown. The 3 days of the event is based on this theme: Meeting of the World, Alliance of Religions, and Waves of Peace. Let's take a look at how it is organized. The pre-event is on the eve of the actual Peace Summit. The day before can be an important day for journalists, since that is when the official press conference is going to be held. Official press conference with the international media for World Alliance of Religions Peace Summit. Following the time for press, there will be a youth peace group conference and a pre-event meeting for former and current presidents. During the conference, journalists may film scenes and cover them as news as it is arranged with the person in charge. When the conference is over, there will be a VIP welcoming banquet along with a welcoming reception. Under the title, The World Becomes One Through Heavenly Culture, the official first day of the summit begins at the Olympic Main Stadium in Seoul. The World Alliance of Religions Peace Summit opening ceremony will include the speech of the chairman of HWPL and the chairwoman of IWPG, and also congratulatory speeches by 8 VIP guests. Besides the speeches, performances such as a card section will be presented to open the hearts of many from around the world. The performances will be performed by many professionals, and tens of thousands of card section performers are going to present magnificent scenes that will astonish everyone at the stadium. Following the first day, the next day will be processed under the title, Religions Become One Through the Will of the Creator. The leaders of nations will discuss religious conflicts and peace to come up with the most practical solution to the issue at the most famous business center in Seoul, to promise the cessation of war and agree to bring the peaceful world in this era. There will be a ceremony for the Alliance of Religions agreement, and this will be the most historical moment of the summit. At this important moment, it is the journalist's role to cover this as the most critical news. The next program is comprised of group sessions divided into 2 with 5 groups, and it will be open for reporters to film the scenes. Last but not least, The third day will be the last day of the whole event. The title is named We Become One Festival of Peace. And as you can guess from the title, there will be a festival celebrating that we become one for peace. After the proclamation ceremony of Alliance of Religions and World Peace Walk, the famous Peace Walk will be held by more than hundreds of thousands of participants at the World Peace Gate. After the walk, another important moment for journalists is prepared. The post-event press conference will be held for an hour and a half, and then the unprecedented Peace Festival will take place. I hope that you now have an idea of the event and the purpose of it and the role of the journalist during the days. Journalists will need to prepare the questions and answers for press conference and be ready to cover many historical and critical sites at the World Alliance for Peace. Also, there will be opportunities when journalists are able to have a personal interview with Chairman Lee. This is the end of the summarized explanation of the WARP Summit, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you very much for listening to our teleconference. Not many days are left for you to come to Korea, and we look forward to your visit and hope that much good news of peace can be conveyed throughout the world through you.